It's 98.5 KYGO. My name is Sean Patrick. I do the afternoon show. We are in our performance studio, brought to you by Plumline Services. I am pumped for this one today. I was just telling Bayker before we got here into the studio that every third TikTok I see right now is him, and that's no lie, so I'm pumped to have him in our studio. It's Bayker Blankenship. Let's start by playing a song, man.
All right, this one here is called Tennessee Sunset off my newest EP called Younger Years. Girl, when I see you, you scare me half to death. Got butterflies in my stomach and beating out of my chest. You light up the room in the dead of the night. They're shooting the star in the sky tonight, so honey, let's try. Don't know what to do without you in my life. Probably be at another bar drinking the night. I'm done with that stuff and that's a bed. You're just as pretty as a Tennessee sunset. Oh, Tennessee sunset. Honey, you stand out from the rest. I mean a lot. During the day, you're my only thought. You're so perfect in a million ways. I'm glad you came, so now I have only one thing to say. Don't know what to do without you in my life. I'd be at another bar drinking the night. I'm done with that stuff and that's a bed. You're just as pretty as a Tennessee sunset. Oh, Tennessee sunset. Don't know what to do without you in my life. I'd be at another bar drinking the night. I'm done with that stuff and that's a bed. You're just as pretty as a Tennessee sunset. Oh, Tennessee sunset.
So I do a lot of interviews, and every time I do an interview, I have to think through my questions. Like, what do I want to ask this person? What hasn't been asked to this person before? But I have so many questions for you, dude, and I don't even have to think of them because I was telling you before, you see your music on TikTok a lot. Yeah. You've blown up all over TikTok and even on YouTube and all over social media, but there's nothing about who is Bayker Blankenship. And so I want to be the first to ask you, who are you?
I'm me. I'm kidding. No, I'm Bayker Blankenship. I come from a small place called Livingston, Tennessee, about, a long ways from here. But it's not really that many people, about 4,000 people, and kind of just picked up the guitar a couple years ago in the pandemic and threw it down. And then after the pandemic, I was like, I actually want to do something and didn't have much time, so I started playing the guitar. And I had a job at that time, and I was listening to Tyler Childers from my boss, Rhonda Demps, at the time. She got me into Tyler, and I was like, if I could do this and, preach a story for somebody else to relate to, I was like, I want to do that, So, yeah, no musical talent in my family. I kind of just picked it up and went with it, so.
Did anybody in your family say, what the heck are you thinking, dude?
All the time. When I, almost 4 months back, when I was ready to quit my job, I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, it's a big decision. I was like, I'm gonna quit. And she goes, No, you're not. You're gonna work because where's the money coming from? And I was like, Well, you're right, but if I don't do it now, while I'm young and in my younger years, then what's the point, right? So
for sure. Does she eat her words? And I'm sure there was other people too now that you're starting to blow up and you're getting some traction. What are they saying now?
It's pretty crazy. She never doubted me. She always wanted me. She's like, you're good. But I guess where we're from, you know, not many people get out there very much, so it's kind of weird being like, oh, Livingston, Tennessee, that's where that guy's from. It's weird being that guy, but I mean, I love my Livingston little town, and I love everybody there, and I'm glad I can put us on the map.
Yeah, wave that flag, man.
Yeah,
I love that. That's pretty
sure.
cool. So you mentioned that you're young. Like, how young are you?
I am just turned 19 in June, so.
That's crazy. And what was the job that you quit to start music?
I was a pit master at my local barbecue restaurant.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I wondered if it was in the restaurant business because Maxed Out, which is the song that's kind of blown up when you watch the music video, it's in a restaurant. Is that the barbecue restaurant?
That was the place I worked.
That is the place. Okay.
The house in it is my actual house, and where I'm sitting in the field is where I write all my songs in Standing Stone State Park.
That is super cool. Did you have the idea to incorporate all that stuff, or was there somebody in a suit that was like, you're going to do this?
No, I kind of told him, I was like, this is what I want. You know, like I want people to see where I'm from and how I used to live, you know. Like I wasn't drinking, but I was, you know, scraping ends to pay my bills after I graduated. I graduated high school last year, so.
That's crazy, man. What were you going to be? Did you have that in your mind?
I was going to school for industrial maintenance.
Okay.
So
what does that even mean?
It's like electrical, like running machines basically to fix other machines. It's kind of, I was not smart enough for it. I was like, this is my gateway to, you know, making it. My dad's always been into the numbers and stuff like that. So, but my mom worked in a restaurant, and I love cooking food. So I worked in a restaurant from like 15 till 4 months ago.
I remember when Luke Combs first came out on the scene, somebody told him that he looked like he should work at a Jiffy Lube or something like that.
That's pretty funny.
You like if you told me you were an industrial mechanic, I would probably believe it. You look like whatever that is, even though I don't know what that is.
Well, that's like all my brothers. They followed my dad's footsteps, and one's a pretty well known maintenance man at his workplace, and then the other one's a design engineer. And I was like, I don't want that label. I was like, I want to be me. You know, I want to be Bayker.
When you talk about being Bayker, is this who Bayker is, or is this some sort of get up because you were coming to a radio station?
Everyday wear. Carhartt.
What about on stage? This is still
Same
it.
thing.
That's Bayker, huh?
Yeah, I just get a nicer shirt.
Okay.
You know, one that's not stained. Usually, if I did dress up today, I put a clean shirt on.
I was going to say, that one still has a crease on the sleeve.
Yeah, I
it
know.
might be new.
I should have ironed it out or something. But no, I literally wake up, I have my work clothes, and I usually just throw something on, just lay back. And I don't have a job now. I mean, I do my shows and write music, which is weird to say that's not my job. But when I wake up, kind of just, I wear what's comfortable.
That's how you should do it, man. That's how you should do it. Let's talk about the music. And you being Bayker, I'm assuming that means musically as well. And these songs are you?
These songs, so Maxed Out was actually my buddy Trevor Daniels who helped me write the song. We was in his basement just kind of hanging out, just playing on the guitars a little bit. And he whipped his phone out. He's like, man, listen to this verse I got. And then he was like, read the first verse, and I was like, that's tight. You know, that is good. And then we wrote the second verse just a little bit and half, like some of the chorus, and then I took it home, and I was sitting there scratching my head, and I was like, man, what could we do with this? And then I finished it that night in my bedroom and sent it to him the next morning and posted a TikTok that night, and kind of blew up for me a little bit. So
had you already kind of started to blow up on TikTok before Maxed Out?
Yeah, so I had you had to get like 1,000 to 5,000 followers to go live or something.
Yeah.
And I started going live every night, and I'd go live, and I would gain thousands of followers from like a 3-hour live, and I was like, I'm gonna keep doing this, you know. And then I started writing more of my own songs, and it's kind of why I released Younger Years. It's like the past 18 years of my life in 6 songs. So I was like, and a lot of people relate to it. Like, that's all they talk to me about. It's like, man, I relate to your songs, and I just love writing music that me or you or anybody in this room can relate to, not just me or somebody out there in Arkansas. Like,
For sure.
I want everybody to relate to it. So
And these songs, I might be getting ahead of myself by asking this because they just came out like a month ago, right? The beginning part of July is when the EP came out. And so it hasn't been that long since those 6 songs came out, but I'm sure that there's people asking you all the time, is there like a full-length project? Do you have more songs coming out, or are we just chill out a second, dude?
We're going in the studio next week to cut some stuff, and I'm really excited because I didn't really put a lot of time into Younger Years, but this next project is just like, this is what I'm focused on. But other than the shows, like I want to make this right for, and not have anything wrong with it. Like I want people to listen to it and be like, that was 100% a whatever it is, like I release. I want them to be like, that was perfect.
Does that mean that it's going to be more produced? Because I feel like the sound that you have right now, it's kind of that Americana, Zach Bryan sort of sound.
It'll be the same.
Okay, same
same vibe, same everything. Just Bayker and his couple buddies writing songs.
I love that. Obviously, you were inspired by. You can hear it in the music by some of these guys that I just mentioned. But who else did you grow up listening to? Who else's influences have played a part in this music?
I can name off millions. Obviously Tyler, Childers, and then I started listening to Zach and got into real deep. Like there's a bunch of guys from West Virginia I listen to, like Brendan Edwards and all those guys. And then my best friend Colton Boland, who actually writes a ton of music, and he's super good, super talented.
Same town?
Same, like 20 minutes from my house.
Okay, that's wild.
It's weird because I went to an FFA convention and he sang there, and I had no clue who the kid was. Yeah. And then the next year, we had the same industrial maintenance class together. And I was like, man, have you seen that guy from Pickett County? And he's like, that's me. And I was like, get out of here. And from that day on, we was best friends. And he pretty much taught me how to play the guitar.
That's amazing.
Yeah, love that kid to death.
Did he write some of the songs on the EP?
He did not, but like listening to all these songs, every day we'd have meal sessions.
Yeah.
He owns a feed mill.
Okay.
So he works in the feed mill, and we'd have meal sessions. And he would always come down there with 2 or 3 new songs, and he'd be like, dude, listen to these. And it always itched me. I'd be like, man, I really want to write like that. Like that is good. And so as I learned more and got into songwriting more and listening to more music, I was like, took a little bit from everything and kind of just made it my own.
Say his name one more time.
Colton Boland. You guys should go check him out. He's got this album coming out. Oh boy, it's good.
It's gonna be good.
It's he's cooked on it. I will say that. Yeah. So Colton Boland.
I love to hear that. All right, let's talk about goals. I know that this is all new, and you were talking to me in the elevator like this all happened fast. Yeah. So I'm sure you have pinch me moments every day, but what do you think about? Like, what do you daydream about? Like, I imagine myself here or doing this.
I want to play Neyland Stadium.
Okay.
Packed house with Rocky Top playing as I'm walking out. And then me and my band just kick it. You know?
I love it. Well, I want to be there for that. I'm inviting myself right now. Don't forget me, Bayker.
Oh, no. I won't forget, dude. Like, my memory, I might not remember your name, but I remember your face.
Okay, deal. That's the unfortunate part about me, too. I wish you'd remember my name, not my face. But.
No, man.
No. I love it, man. All right, we talked enough. We're not here to talk. We're here to play music. You want to play a couple more?
I'll play a couple more, yes, sir. And this next one here is also off the Younger Years EP as well. It's probably one of my ones that I wrote more for me and my bros back home, my buddies. So this one's called Lost Time. This way of life we live ain't something to talk about. Nothing but baseball games and living life in a small crowd. Everyone knows everyone, and you can't get in trouble without your mama finding out. This way of life we live ain't nothing to talk about. Because of all those late nights we'd ride around talking about life. All these people say it was nothing but lost time. I'll never believe what those people say. single day. Single lane roads are the only thing we have for fun, to hide from the past and the cops when we're on the run. We stay out past curfew almost every single night, so we don't have to listen to our mamas fuss and fight. 'Cause of all those late nights we ride around talking about life. All these people say it was nothing but lost time. I'll never believe what those people say, 'cause they never lived the way we lived every single day. We have to live this way 'cause no one else will. We never said we liked it, but ended up enjoying it pretty well. You just enjoy yours and I will enjoy mine, 'cause this is something I'm willing to ride or die. 'Cause of all those late nights we ride around talking about life. All these people say it was nothing but lost time. I'll never believe what those people say, 'cause they never lived the way we lived every single day. Cause of all those late nights we'd ride around talking about life. All these people say it was nothing but lost time. Yeah, so. And this next one here is I reckon this is the one that got me started. And we wrote this one, me and Trevor Daniels. Shout out. This one's called Maxed Out. Fencing for a man down the road. Hell, my hands are getting cold. This winter's really got a grip on me. Getting tired of this town, but I ain't got no money to make any ground. Another lonely night down at the bar. 'Cause I'm getting into fights and I'm falling hard. Maxed out one more credit card. What's this life worth living for? Going to jail, I can't pay my bail. Jack and Coke and let me think to myself, should've never reached for that bottle of shit. She's the reason I started all, Lord, she's praying on my downfall, hoping I'll never make it out of this town. She won't leave me alone, most evenings all I do is sit at home, think about the girl I done right or wrong. She's got my heart tied in a knot, well, I make it out, no problem at all. drink. Another lonely night down at the bar. 'Cause I'm getting in fights and I'm falling hard. Maxed out one more credit card. What's this life worth living for? Going to jail, I can't pay my bail. Jack and Coke and let me think to myself, should've never reached for that bottle on the shelf. Should've never reached for that bottle on the shelf.
It is Bayker Blankenship inside the 98.5 KYGO Plumline Services studio. Only the fourth time you were ever on an airplane. And second radio station you ever visited.
Thanks
we
for
feel
having
special. Yeah, thank you, man. I see big things in your future.
I hope so.
I love it. Bayker Blankenship.